5001 Prevention of Discrimination and Harassment Policy. Georgia Military prohibited the member of the faculty, the staff of the student, the body, with the visitor, with the camp, with the harass, with the discriminating against the member of the college community, with the person, with the race, gender, with the gender identification expressed, with the sexual, with the orientation, ethnic, national origin, religion, age, disability, staff, with the veteran, with the laws, with the GMC faculty, with the work of travel, with the work-related event, with the activity, wherever they may be in access to the GMC, with the habit of impact of the workplace harassment may occur when the person be with a telephone or email, social media, with any other method of communication obligation with the professional, non-discriminatory manner with the extent of every with the GMC workplace culture, with the prohibited retaliation again with a person who made a report and filed with a complaint with against alleged discrimination, harassment, participated in witness discrimination or harassment investigation. No GMC investigator, supervisor, person authority to interfere with the employee with the student with will not who choose to exercise with his or her right to appeal with the state with a federal agency. Report violation. Any student with an employee with a visitor with the subject with the harassment, including the sexual offense with the behavior, the discriminative behavior, any sort of the encourage of the report occurrence with the person authority with the senior vice president, chief of the human resource officer, the senior position, equal opportunity officer with the institutional title 9, coordinator 478-387-4908. A report discrimination or harassment will result of the formal investigation handled with the equal opportunity officer with the GMC with the individual alleged discriminating or harassing behavior to notify with the equal opportunity officer with the communicate both parties during the investigation, final report issued with the both of the complaint and responded with any disciplinary action coordinated with the senior leadership corresponding with the department of the campus. Warning: person violating policy with the subject with the disciplinary action prohibited to the staff of the employee of the student visitor. Disciplinary action may include but is not limited to suspension of the work without pay, termination, employment, and suspension of the school, probation, expulsion of the GMC, and banning of from the campus. Further information: Georgia Military College policy with the harassment discrimination. See policies 1021, 1022, 1023, June 9, 2022. Jill Robbins, Vice President, Human Resources, Title 9 Coordinator. 5002 Sexual Assault Policy. Sexual misconduct with sexual violence occurred with any of the form of standard with the community with the possibility of the criminal law with the violated with the resolve of the college with the deal with the issue with the corner with the policy with the procedure with the required with the applicable law. Sexual misconduct committed with the connection with the college program with the on and off campus prohibited to include with all of the college and programs included but unlimited academic education with extracurricular athletic and residential programs. Georgia urges the individual who believe that have been sexually assaulted with the purpose of the criminal change of charges again with the person who believe with the committed with a sexual assault criminal charge with an internal complaint with a person sued at the same time retaliation against the individual who brings the complaint would participate in investigation procedure legal action prohibited possible violation will be the investigated violation directly in accordance with the college policy and procedures. Case of sexual assault with the other misconduct with the college authorities and perform with a complaint with the option with the criminal prosecution medical assistant as well with the reporting part for the rights under the Georgia law with the assault case with the investigator with the jointly with the administrator the officer of the college and camp the belief of the camp the director of the provided assistance making report a law enforcement official with the compliant wishes. Complaint will be informed of the right to file with a complaint with a sexual harassment, including the sexual assault with the violence, sue with an employee with a file with a complaint, which should be the file with the procedure outlined with reporting discrimination harassment section found earlier in policy 1017, 1021, 5001, when the GMC is subject to sexual assault with the violence, complaint with the individual filing with a complaint, informed with the role of the honor council, evaluating whether the student with the subject with the complaint with a responsible violation, college policy, including policy with the discrimination or harassment, GMC with an employee with a third party with the subject with a sexual harassment, assault with a violence complaint with the individual filing with a complaint will be informed of the role of administrative of the management with evaluating whether the individual subject with the complaint with a responsible violation with the college policy, including policy addressing discrimination or harassment. College authorities normally campus believe that the main camp with the camp with the directors is notified with the local law enforcement sexual assault with the request of the student with the employee with the filing complaint with the provided assistance with the notification law authorities and preserve the material with the maybe relevant internal complaint profit direction with local law enforcement. College authorities provide assistance obtaining, securing, maintaining evidence of the criminal prosecution, reporting incident of sexual assault should be immediately report with the GMC Title 9 article with the 478-387-4908 with the appropriate college authority incident occurring with a Midville campus person involved with the knowledgeable the assault should contact with the GMC employee with the should notify with the Title 9 coordinator student with the cadet for the GMC with the file with the reporting structure outlining the cadet handbook. There may be procedures involved sharp the representative who can offer with a different emphasis report with the resource with the team with the leadership of the media with the notified with a report with a sexual assault with the Title 9 coordinator or off the internal local health with the counseling with the public safety resource with the applicable. Sexual assault with a student employee with the occur with the officer with the perpetuated with another student employee with the base subject of the Georgia Military College discipline action, such disciplinary action with the addition of the add separate with the civil criminal action with an issue with a sexual assault, June 9, 2022. Jill Robbins, Senior Vice President, Chief Human Resource Officer with an Institutional Title IX Coordinator. 5003, employment probation period with a policy statement of the Georgia Military College with a new employee with a newly promoted employee with laterally transferred the new position undergo a 6-month employment probation period. For the purpose of the probation period, during the period of the first line supervisor evaluate the employee workforce will provide appropriate counseling with the make of the certain employee with an understatement employment counsel with an performance probation period outcome probation employee with will be given a performance evaluation and with the probation period with employee with meet with exceed with the expectation with an inform with a review with the probation staff with an confirm within their position. Newly hired employees unable to perform a satisfactory new position with terminated with the cancellation homing and reach of the department. Rare with the case of the must have of the probationary period extended allow with a further evaluation. New proponent with a laterally transferred employee with unable to perform satisfactory with a new position may be determined the cancellation. Human Resources Department approval of the president of the vacancy for the exit for the return of the original job position. Joe Robbins, Human Resource Officer. 5005 condition of employment. The policy statement of the General Military College policy with the following with the conditions of employment must qualify to perform the duties position which hired. Must have the application filed with the position which they were hired. Must create interviews during the employment process. Must submit the reference check with the SPRO with the application filed with the may submit with the law enforcement background. Most important, a law enforcement background check. Make it agree with the complete of the form I-9S. I-9 employment eligibility verification must furnish all information required with the Human Resources Department must complete payroll initialization form must complete the necessary direct deposit of the pay form with the newly hired employees must complete with all the conditions 3 business days with accepting employment. June 17, 2022, Joe Robbins, Chief Human Resource Officer. 5006, accommodation employee with a disability policy with a statement of the Georgia Military does not discriminate against qualified individual with a disability applying for employment who is employed with a college eligibility advancement, fair equal compensation training with the other employment opportunity consideration or with the military comply with the college complies with all the federal state laws with the employment of a person with a disability, American Disability Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act 1973, college military college provides with a reasonable with accommodation qualified individual have with a temporary long-term disability qualified individual with or without disability apply with available position in Georgia Military College who can be reasonably accommodated with the placing with the unreasonable hardship of the college with a given and then find fair consideration. Senior Vice President and Chief of the Human Resources Officer for the handles implementing policy the handle for the director for the reasonable request of the accommodation result of the undue with the hardships and claims and complaints. Notice applicant with employment who pose for the direct threat of the health and safety of the end of the workplace which the threat with it cannot be limited. The reasonable accommodation will not be heard with additional information handling disability. You found in 1020 of June 9, 2022. Joe Robbins, Vice President of Human Resources. 507, the drug-free workplace policy statement, the violation of the Georgia military policy with the employee with made by employee to 1 by illegal drug with otherwise engaged in illegal use of the drugs on and off the job, working under the influence of all of the position, his or her blood or urine, legal drug with a detectable amount of the report, work with the influence impaired with the alcohol, use of the prescription, description, illegally, Georgia military campus with the drug with the alcohol, tobacco-free zones, warning as a condition, employment of the employee with a domestic with the terms off of the policy must notify GMC in writing any arrest other than the minor traffic violation must do so with no later than 5 calendar days after such arrest. Violation policy and subject to the disciplinary action for the included determination June 17, 2022 with Jill Robbins, Chief Human Resource Officer. 5008 Nepotism policy. Georgia Military College policy with the family relations shall constitute any other advantage, disadvantage, employment, or retention, promotion, general. No two persons of the family relationship that may hold the position in which one of them is directly responsible for the recommendation of the decision of the involving other in such matters, hiring, initial appointment, and release of employment or promotion. No GMC employee shall make employment a disciplinary decision with the impact of the related to the individual. For the purpose of policy, decision recommendations occur with related to the hiring, setting, working condition, defining with the job responsible for completing performance evaluation, deciding promotion, making disciplinary decision, terminating with employment with the related individual relative to the employment Urging the same of the department only upon the unfavorable review of the Chief of the Human Resource Officer and approval of the President George Military College, June 17, 2022. Joe Robbins, Chief of Human Resource Officer. 5,009 minimum age for the employment of George Military College policy with a college for the non-employed, a person over the age of 16 in the case of a hazard occupation, maintenance of the building and ground with a custodial maintenance, heavy equipment, vehicle maintenance, foods over the minimum age of 18, work permit required. Any employment under 18 must have a work permit of the Georgia Department of Labor. The permit must be only file employee at Georgia Military College personal record. May 17, 2022, Joe Robbins, Chief Human Resources Officer. Policy 1510, signing Georgia Military College employment. The contract policy statement of the Georgia Military College policy for the only person from whom the employment of the contract is intended will sign with the contract exemption policy that will decide with the President of Georgia Military College. June 17, 2022, Joe Robbins, Chief Human Resource Officer. 5011, the job and attendance policy with the policy statement of the Georgia Military Policy for the GMC with the work is 40-hour work week. General employee with the expected to report with the work is scheduled with the supervisor to remain on the job until the official with their work day until the supervisor of the college apply with the Fair Labor Study Standards Act guideline towards classifying an employee as non-exempt with exempt with the non-abide with the guidance of the law and administrative with the appropriate management with the time work with a week. Non-exempt with the employee with the official record with the keeping after the software Georgia Military College E-time is an unknown with the software with the time card data management reporting. Any disputes over the work of the attendance for the crew will be resolved by using the E-time system. The compensation time awarded with the non-exempt employee that must be tracked and recorded in the E-time warning. Very frequently unexcused absence of the tardiness may result in disciplinary area action. The report working with 3 consecutive days will be notified by the immediate with the supervisor will immediate with termination employment will consider the job to be ended with re-examination without notice. Employee will notify the supervisor speaking directly to him or her with as soon as the becoming aware of the will miss work with the email with the voice notification will not be considered accepted the form of the notification. All absence allowed with under accepted policy with the federal medical leave of the work says compensation ADA recommendation of the civil obligation outlined in faculty handbook section 3.0 attendance leave policy with the handbook under section 3.0 attendance leave policy and 4.0 compensation. Review date May 17th, 2022. Jill Robbins, Chief Human Resource Officer. Cut tape.